within Junto, we wanted to really model it after how real life actually works. And there are these three different layers that we see. The first one being this more public layer, this collective layer. Um, and then the next one being a more private layer, which we call a pack. And so, Junto is kind of shaped around the theme of the wolf, etc. And the den itself, like there's that most private layer as well. And so essentially within Junto, you have an ever expanding number of mediums to which you can create. And we provide a set default, about 6 or 7 to start, where it's long form, which can incorporate video, image, links, etc. And then there's short form, which has like an overlay, shorter text with character limits, and then there's like photos, music, events. And over time, the evolution of these mediums will be community driven in terms of what the community actually wants, right? And so then people will be able to customize like expressions that they have on their docket. And it's really driven by the philosophy of, we really want to enable that exploration of the infinite potential of human expression and self-expression. And so when you create something in Junto, you can decide where you want to share it to. So you can share it publicly to everybody. You can share it just to your pack, which is that closer circle of people you feel more comfortable with, and you can just choose to share it privately. And you can also tag it into channels. So we call them channels. And so channel is essentially a topic, and it can be basically anything. It can be location, it can be, technology, it can be, spirituality, it can be design, it can be food, it can be whatever you want it to be. And if a channel doesn't exist, and when someone creates their own channel, it just creates a new one as well. And so those are kind of the key themes. And within the pack, just to kind of close off with this, a pack is essentially our way of redefining what a community really is. And so we've seen a lot of communities grow around things like location, ideas, mutual interests. But for us, the deepest kind of community is one that is agent-centric, one that is centered around the individual. And so who we are as people is more than what we choose to share, right? We're actually a representation of the people that have influenced us a lot in our lives. And so with that in mind, a pack is everything that we choose to share publicly, and everything that people in our pack choose to share publicly as well. And in addition to things that we choose to share privately to that pack. And so it's kind of like a way for each individual to be a thread of facilitating that mutual connections. And if you kind of analyze how things really happen naturally in real life when people meet each other in more organic ways, it is through people. And it's also a way to facilitate that a more exciting way of content discovery too.